I'm talking about some of my top 5 favorite Miss Universe Philippines title holders, and there are different reasons why I love these contestants. Mainly because they are so amazing, but because of their memorable performances at Miss Universe. So I'll be talking about how they did at Miss Universe, and if I think that they should have won or if they placed correctly, and just why I love them in general. So stay tuned and remember to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so we will start with my number 5 pick, and that is Pia Wurtzbach. She was Miss Universe Philippines 2015. She competed at Miss Universe 2015, and of course she won in that very infamous fashion. And yeah, I love Pia Wurtzbach. One of the most inspiring things about her is the fact that she was entering, I think she entered Binibining Pilipinas 3 times before she actually won the big title. I love that sort of perseverance. I love someone who doesn't give up, and I love someone who has a dream, and she kept at that dream, and she wasn't going to let anything, let me cover my ear, she wasn't going to let anything stop her from actually achieving that. She obviously believed in herself very much, and that's very, very inspiring, and I love to see that in a person, especially in a pageant contestant, because I think it can be quite disheartening to keep failing or to keep not getting what you want, but to keep coming back. That says a lot about Pia. Pia at Miss Universe wore this gorgeous blue dress. It looked fantastic from the front, but it was breathtaking from the back. She looked absolutely stunning. It was so memorable. I loved how she styled her hair. I loved her makeup. I think it was just so simplistic, and it really allowed her true beauty to show. She wasn't overwhelmed with too much hair or too much makeup. She just looked absolutely stunning. I remember that year I was rooting for France to win, and France, her name was Flora Cocorel, she made it to the top 5. And then when the top 3 were announced, it was USA, Colombia, and Philippines, of course. And I was torn between the Philippines and Colombia. I really liked both of them, so I was happy that they were the top 2. I think that Pia really handled the controversy and the whole drama with Miss Colombia. I think she handled it very well. She never spoke badly about Miss Colombia. She never spoke badly about Steve Harvey or the organization. She was very gracious, and she just showed what a class act she is. That was really a difficult situation she was in, and I remember a lot of interviewers would ask her very sort of shady questions, trying to get her to say something bad about Miss Colombia, and she never did. So she was really fantastic. So let's go to my number 4 pick, is the most recent, Gazini Ganados. She was Miss Universe Philippines 2019, and she went on to represent the Philippines at Miss Universe 2019, where she placed in the top 20. Still disappointed by Gazini's placement. I will forever be disappointed. I really think she deserved a top 10 finish. I would have removed someone like France, actually, from the top 10 and put Gazini in there. But it's very difficult because the competition was so tough. Miss Universe this year was just, every year it's completely, it's very competitive, but last year was, I think, the most competitive in a while. 2018, 2019 were extremely competitive. There were so many girls, and to just narrow down to 10 is very tough. So many girls were left out, like Miss Brazil and like Miss Philippines. Gazini, for me, is the most beautiful, facially, the most beautiful Miss Universe Philippines we've had ever. And yeah, I think she's just all around so great. And whenever she speaks, she comes across as very sweet, as sincere, as just being very genuine. And that for me is very appealing. And she wore, for the preliminary competition at Miss Universe 2019, she wore a very similar gown to her gown that she wore at Binibining at the finale, but it was in gold. It was a beautiful dress in terms of how it looked, but I didn't like how it moved. It looked a bit too stiff. And then for the final night, she wore basically the same dress, but in a beautiful burgundy red. It was gorgeous. I think it was gorgeous, and I would have loved to have actually seen her compete in that red dress. Let's go on to number 4, Venus Raj. Not number 4, oh my gosh. Number 3, Venus Raj. She was Miss Universe Philippines 2010. She represented the country at Miss Universe 2010, and she was third. She was 4th. She was the 4th runner-up, sorry. She was the 4th runner-up at Miss Universe 2010. Venus Raj is so beautiful. She is so unique in her look, and just someone who stands out for me. I remember Miss Universe 2010, and I was, at that time, I wasn't following Miss Philippines or Bini Bining. I didn't really know much, but I remember her standing out to me and her looking so beautiful, so regal, and I wanted to get to know, like, I wanted to get to know her more, and I wanted her to win. I was actually rooting for her. And Jamaica, I cannot remember. I think it was Jamaica. Yeah, it was Jamaica. Her and Miss Jamaica I was rooting for. So I was very disappointed. I wasn't rooting for Mexico, but anyway, Jimena was a very good Miss Universe. But yeah, I remember Venus Raj being absolutely amazing, and I just wanted her to win and to represent her country. And from that moment, from 2010 onwards, Miss Philippines has been placing at Miss Universe at least a top 10 finish until 2019 when they finished in the top 20. But she really started off a great era for Miss Universe Philippines. So I think she deserves all the accolades for being such a wonderful representative, great on her in her runway walk, great in interviews. She was just all round a fantastic contestant. And I wish she would have placed high. I actually wish she would have won. And number 2 is Ariella Arida. She was Miss Universe Philippines 2013, and she competed at Miss Universe 2013. One of my favorite Miss Universe competitions was in 2013. It was held in Moscow in Russia. I loved Ariella. I loved how she did her runway in that beautiful red swimsuit. I love how she did evening gown in that gorgeous yellow dress. Again, it reminded me of Pia's dress in the sense that it was so simple, that it had this bright, beautiful primary color. It was simple. It showed off Ariella's beauty. I loved her hair slicked down. She stood out to me so much. She made top 5. I honestly wish she would have won. She was my winner that night. She was stunning, and one of my favorite evening gowns, one of my favorite looks and styling. It was gorgeous, and I think she did an amazing job. She was so different from everybody else. She stood out, especially in the top 5. She was the one who stood out the most for me, and I was really rooting for her. It's unfortunate she didn't win, but again, 2013 was a very tough year. I think that top 5, any of them could have won. Ecuador, Venezuela, obviously, who did win, Spain, and the other country that was there, I can't remember right now. But they were all so amazing. So it was a very, very tough year to compete at Miss Universe. It was Brazil, Venezuela, Spain, Philippines, and Ecuador. Yeah, that was a very good top 5, and any of them could have won it, but Ariella was my favorite. And my number 1 is Catriona Gray 2018, and of course she went on to win Miss Universe 2018. She was someone I was a fan of from Miss World 2016. I was in shock that she didn't win Miss World 2016. It's one of the biggest upsets in pageant history, or at least in recent pageant history. And I think maybe it just obviously wasn't meant for her, and bigger things were meant for her. Bigger title was meant for her. She's so polished, she's so well prepared, and I love the fact that she pays equal attention to every aspect of the competition, from the swimsuit round, evening gown, to her communication skills, to her styling. Everything is so well thought out. She's so well prepared. She's so she just takes it so seriously, and that is why she excelled at Miss Universe 2018, and why she was really untouchable. She was on everyone's favorite list because she was just that good. She paid so much attention. She worked so hard, not just since she won Miss Universe Philippines, but for years before that. She really is a seasoned pageant person, and she, I think, has changed pageantry and has taken it to another level where we want so much more from our pageant contestants, because Catriona raised the bar so high. And even in terms of like the choice of her evening gown at Miss Universe 2018, the lava dress, and then the iconic lava walk, it just goes to show that, you know, she didn't just choose a dress because it's beautiful. She chose a dress because it represents her country, it represents something important, and it's personal, and it was only her that could have actually worn that dress, because it was a dress for someone from the Philippines. And then we see in 2019 the Miss South Africa organization sort of took a leaf out of that book and made a dress that only South Africa could wear, that was representative of South Africa. And so you see someone like Catriona breaking ground and bringing in new trends, bringing in new ways of thinking about pageantry so that she stand out even more. So she is actually, to me, iconic. And yeah, those are my top 5 favorite Miss Universe Philippines winners. And I want to do an honorable mention of Shamsi Supsup, who was Miss Universe Philippines 2011 and competed at Miss Universe 2011. I loved her as well, so I just wanted to mention her. That's my top 5. Can you tell me who your top 5 Miss Universe Philippines are and why? Remember to subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye-bye.